Here's some flaking picking of my foot for you. I did say that I was not going to shave this foot, and I was only going to shave my left foot. And some people, I think, presume I'm doing that for attention or for content. The original intention was to give a comparison, how my feet look if I really don't take care of them versus if I scrape and soak and scrape and shave them and do regular toe maintenance and all that. However, I could not resist picking the skin. It was so hard and thick, and it was like ready to flake off. And so kind of unintentionally, this foot has become my experiment foot. Like I've had to do crack maintenance on it. I've done the flaking and picking on the ball of my foot. And I also did some flaking, picking on this side. This is the back side of my foot, like the side by my pinky toe. And it was very satisfying to do. Sometimes it's like I'm just fixated on it. It's not that I can feel it like it's extraordinarily painful or attention grabbing, but like sort of like maybe OCD or dermatillomania works. Like once I'm aware that the skin is like just ready to flake off, I sort of keep thinking about it. Like it just keeps coming back to me like, oh my God, that skin, it needs to come off. It's going to start driving me crazy. And so I do sort of get to a point where I feel like I have to do it. Or I really want to do it. And I can combat that by like soaking my foot and then scraping this skin off with a pedicure knife once it's really waterlogged. And so sometimes I do it that way. But other times when it's just like absolutely the perfect condition for picking, I find it very satisfying to take care of it. It sort of soothes the itch in my brain and also makes me feel like my feet are under control again, which I think is kind of where all this stems from. Like as it gets really thick and really bad, I start to feel like it's out of control, and God forbid I don't have control over it. I'm just being real with you guys. Sometimes it's very satisfying or it's sort of a compulsion. Like I have to pick at it a little bit. I've gotten so many questions like, isn't there a better way to deal with? Like, absolutely. There are better ways to deal with this. But sometimes this is how I want to deal with it. So there. After doing this, a few days later, I did crack maintenance on that big crack above the area that I'm picking here. And that was super helpful because it was starting to crack like around to the side of my foot and hurt, and it doesn't hurt anymore. And also I did some heel picking, which wasn't nearly as satisfying as this, but then I did pull out the giant cheese grater file, which I have tried many of these and I found them all to be insufficient. But somebody with this condition, EPPK, recommended a certain one to me that I hadn't tried before. So I decided to buy it and try it out. And it worked amazing. Even on like dry skin that hadn't been soaked or softened or anything, it just like very rapidly took the skin down. So I kind of can't wait to show you guys that. But one thing at a time, like I need to post these older videos before I post newer videos. Yeah. So upcoming crack maintenance and heel grating. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed watching me pull some of this skin off with my clippers.